Greetings, thrill seekers. If you've got the courage to plunge into the abyss of terror, you're not alone. Subscribe now, be part of our fearless crew, and let's unravel the bone-chilling mysteries ahead. Join us for a spine-tingling journey into the unknown, because the true horror experience is always better when shared. Hit subscribe if you dare. In the remote reaches of a dark, ominous forest, nestled deep within the heart of a forgotten wilderness, there existed a place known to locals as the Haunting Grove. The forest itself had a sinister reputation, with stories of lost souls, eerie whispers, and strange occurrences that sent shivers down the spines of anyone who dared to venture too close. One chilling autumn evening, a group of adventurous friends, Sarah, John, Michael, and Lisa, decided to test the legends that surrounded the Haunting Grove. Armed with flashlights and their sense of bravado, they embarked on a journey into the heart of the cursed forest. The moon was but a pale crescent in the night sky, casting dim, unsettling shadows through the gnarled trees as the group ventured deeper into the forest. A thick mist began to roll in, shrouding the trees in an eerie, milky white haze. The once familiar trail disappeared, and the woods became a labyrinth of twisted branches and thorny undergrowth. As they moved deeper, the forest seemed to come alive with strange noises, the mournful cry of a distant owl, the rustle of unseen creatures, and the whispered secrets of the breeze. The group pressed on, undeterred, but an overwhelming sense of foreboding weighed heavy on their hearts. Suddenly, they stumbled upon an ancient, decaying structure hidden in the undergrowth. It was a dilapidated, moss-covered cabin, its windows shattered and its roof sagging under the weight of years. It stood as a grim sentinel of the forest's dark past. With trembling hands, John pushed open the creaking door, revealing a room that was seemingly untouched by the passage of time. Dust hung heavy in the air, and the room was filled with the flickering light of candles that defied reason. A sense of dread washed over them as they noticed a journal on a wooden table, open to a page that read, "The spirits of this cursed forest are eternal. They whisper secrets to those who dare to listen. But once you hear them, there is no escape." The atmosphere grew colder, and an unearthly moaning filled the room. Shadows danced on the walls, taking on grotesque forms. Panic set in as the group realized they were no longer alone. Ghostly figures materialized around them, their faces twisted in torment. Terror-stricken, they fled the cabin, racing blindly through the tangled undergrowth as the forest itself seemed to conspire against them. Trees moved with a life of their own, their branches reaching out to grasp at the intruders. The ground beneath their feet seemed to shift and churn, making escape increasingly difficult. In the heart of the Haunting Grove, they found themselves surrounded by apparitions, their ghostly hands outstretched. The air was thick with their sorrowful cries, and the group felt as if they were losing their grip on reality. Desperation led them to call out to the spirits, begging for mercy and forgiveness. The forest responded with a deafening silence, the ghosts slowly receding into the mist. As dawn broke and the sun's rays penetrated the haunted woods, the group emerged, battered and changed forever. The Haunting Grove had exacted a terrible toll on their souls, leaving them with a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. From that day forward, they never spoke of their ordeal, and they never returned to the forest. For in the depths of that cursed woods, among the whispering spirits and malevolent shadows, they had glimpsed a terrifying truth. Some mysteries are better left unsolved, and some stories are better left untold. Years passed, and the memory of that dreadful night in the Haunting Grove haunted the group. They had tried to forget the terrifying ordeal, but the ghosts and their malevolent whispers continued to torment their dreams. The forest had left an indelible mark on their souls, and they couldn't shake the feeling that it was not done with them. One fateful night, as a thunderstorm raged outside, a chilling vision came to Sarah in her dreams. She saw herself back in the forest, surrounded by the same eerie apparitions. Their ghastly faces contorted in silent screams, and they reached out to her with bony, ethereal fingers. It was as if the forest was calling her back, demanding retribution. Terrified and sleep-deprived, Sarah shared her vision with the others. Her friends, too, had been visited by unsettling nightmares, each featuring the haunting figures they had encountered in the forest. The four friends felt an inexorable pull, a strange compulsion that they couldn't resist. The forest, it seemed, was summoning them back. Fueled by a mix of dread and curiosity, they decided to return to the haunting grove, seeking answers and closure. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the same unsettling sense of foreboding crept over them, just as it had on that fateful night years ago. This time, however, they found the cabin from their previous visit in ruins, reduced to little more than a pile of moss-covered timber. The journal, which had warned them about the eternal nature of the spirits, had vanished without a trace. Their surroundings seemed to shift and change as they moved, trapping them in an ever-shifting maze of tangled trees. As the sun began to set and the woods grew darker, the ghostly figures reappeared, even more tormented and vengeful than before. They circled the group, whispering terrible secrets, their eyes filled with despair and rage. Desperation set in, and the friends, realizing the forest's malevolent intent, tried to retrace their steps to find a way out. But the forest had other plans. It led them deeper into its heart, its dark magic turning their efforts into a cruel game of survival. The apparitions grew more aggressive, reaching out to touch the friends, their icy fingers sending shockwaves of fear through their bodies. Lisa, separated from the others, was dragged into the underbrush by a malevolent spirit, her terrified screams echoing through the trees. She vanished before their eyes, and their screams of horror were drowned out by the ominous whispers of the forest. In a desperate attempt to escape, John and Michael stumbled upon a clearing in the woods where a decrepit, overgrown cemetery lay. The gravestones were marked with the names of those who had met their ends in the forest over the centuries. As they passed, they heard the spirits' cries for release, the same mournful wails they had heard on that night long ago. With Lisa missing, and Sarah, John, and Michael trapped in a nightmarish loop, they had no choice but to confront the relentless spirits and the dark force that bound them to the haunting grove. The forest seemed determined to make them pay for their intrusion, and the terrifying truth of their situation dawned on them. They might never escape this cursed place. As darkness fell, they steeled themselves for a nightmarish battle against the malevolent forces of the forest, not knowing if they would ever see the light of day again. The ghosts of the haunting grove had claimed them once more, and the horrors that awaited were beyond their worst nightmares. As the night deepened, the friends found themselves surrounded by vengeful spirits in the haunting grove. Desperation turned into determination as they confronted the malevolent entities, pleading for release. A spectral figure appeared, commanding the spirits to stop. They retreated, and the entity allowed the friends to leave with a warning never to return. With heavy hearts and changed lives, they exited the forest, their memories forever haunted by the haunting grove, a place better left untouched and stories left untold. Hey there, amazing viewers! If you enjoy the content and want to see more of it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and if you find this video valuable, why not share it with your friends so they can join in on the fun too? Thanks for being part of our awesome community.